All right, I got this as number 97. It's quite dirty, so it's going into my garage to give it a good cleanup. I'm taking it for the second test run here just to make sure everything's good to go. The gentleman's going to drive it from here to Florida, so it's going to take him a few days to get there. He should get well used to it by the time he gets there. So we're going to take it out. I'm going to do my normal test procedures all over again, just to verify how things are done here. Number one on the list is I pick a spot and I drive straight at it. And then I stop and I check the steering to see it's square, which this is. If it's off a little, then I adjust the tie rods to get the handlebars nice and square. So right now we're going straight and they're pointed straight, so that part's good. As you can tell, this one has a extremely tall windshield. The next thing is brakes. Will it stop? And yes. Rear brake. Obviously, that works. Everyone I've built, especially in the last 2 years, it's been pretty much not a problem locking up the back wheel. So that's important. You know, during a panic stop, you want to make sure that you have that. Normally, I don't use the back brake much. I mainly use it when I'm sitting at a stop sign or something. I'll put the bike into neutral and just rest my foot on the back brake. Normally, you're going to do almost all your braking with the front brake. It's just more convenient. It's a nice day today. It's about 50 degrees. We went from 92 to 32 and 3 inches of snow, and now it's cleared up and it's about 50, and we're going to gradually get warmer here. Right now I'm actually riding the front brakes. I want to make sure that they get glazed over real good. That's kind of an important break-in procedure, and I try to get it mostly done, but as the owner drives it, the brakes tend to get much more firm, and the stopping power becomes greater. I did recently switch to a 12-inch shock, and I like the way they act a little bit better. They seem to keep the wheels down slightly better than the 12.5-inch shocks, mainly due to the fact that they have more of an upright stance, so they're a little bit more active. Yeah, I mean, it's going pretty good. And then normally, when I drive, I usually drive one-handed. I think this road is stated to be repaired. It's not the best. Yeah, we got really good front brakes. Ah, cruising right along. 65, 70 miles an hour. Balance on the wheel seems to be good. Yeah, seems good all the way around. I think it's going to be just fine. Yeah, it seems to be doing pretty good. Steering is really light. And again, one-handed. It's just these trikes are so comfortable to drive this way. You know, and that's one of the issues, especially with people who've never driven a trike. They get the old death grip on there, and I usually recommend just put one hand on your knee and drive one-handed. It prevents you from overreacting and trying to wrestle this thing around. You know, it's gonna drift a little. You know, if you really pay attention when you're driving your car or truck, it does the same thing. You just don't notice it because your body just kind of on its own just nullifies that effect. And I've noticed, you know, as people drive these things, they say, "Gee, they seem to handle better and better as I drive them." Well, yeah, because you're getting more relaxed. You're letting the bike do its thing. And all trikes, I don't care who makes the trike, you're going to experience that initially. But I think, you know, anybody who drives any kind of trike is going to tell you, in the long run, you know, it's a non-issue. And I think most trike owners will tell you they waited too long to convert to a trike. So we'll get this feller cleaned up real good, chamois down, and in the meantime, I'm going to go change oil in mine and get it ready for the summer. I probably put 200 miles on it so far this year. I like to drive it a while before I change oil. Yeah, the brakes are good. I think by the time he gets home with this, she'll be A1. All right, so we got oil change in this one, and I've got the other bike ready to roll, all cleaned up. And my bikes, you know, this is one of 9 that I've built for myself, and they all basically are exactly the same. And just like the other one, the rear brake, pretty easy to lock it up. Well, the rear brake on this one is set up exactly the same as everyone I've done in at least the last 2 years. 97, which I just took for a little ride now, had no trouble squealing the back tire. We'll see how this one reacts. We'll get up here where I'm going to make a turn. It shouldn't take much pressure either. There you go. I had to actually do that to make sure that my trikes would pass DOT inspection. They require the rear tire to be able to lock up. And I have to say it passed with flying carpets. Got my biannual oil change done. I probably might change oil in this one more time this year. I go every 5,000. And I may actually put more miles on this bike than I have been in the past because I'm getting rid of a couple of them. So I won't be dividing my time up so much between different bikes, or trikes I should say. I like this guy. It's a real decent machine. So it's time to go play golf.